So I would like to take just a minute to give you a little bit of context and background. I realize that some people are familiar with kind of how all of this came about, and I want to welcome new friends that may not be as familiar. So I just want to take a minute. I was the co-founder along with Rand Stagen of the Stagen Leadership Academy 14 years ago, and our purpose was very simple. At that time, we were meditators and conscious practitioners and kung fu martial artists, and very interested in all kinds of self-actualization things. And we were very, very much interested in spiritual practice and practitioners, and we wanted to bring spirituality into business. We wanted to raise consciousness in business. We wanted to help business become a force for good. And so we came up with the idea of starting a leadership academy to train CEOs and executives of mid-sized companies in conscious leadership, so they could take their business, which was already very successful. Most of our clients are multimillionaires. They're already very successful, but how to help them become more conscious so they can turn their business into a platform to have a positive impact in the world. And of course, I've been involved with the Integral Institute for about a decade now, and that was an enormous opportunity to make a positive difference when Ken Wilber asked me to head up the Business and Leadership Center at Integral Institute, and we developed some international seminars and workshops, and we really co-created with colleagues all over the world this style of conscious leadership called integral leadership. And then more recently, it's about a year and a half since we started the Conscious Business Coalition. And so, as we've already talked about, with the goal of empowering conscious businesses. We learned a lot in our work at the Stagen Leadership Academy. Of course, it's 14 years old now. And a couple of years ago, I told my partner, Rand, I said, for the last 12 years, I've been full-time helping successful business people be more conscious. And I said, I'm ready to make a transition where I only do that about 1 day a week, and I spend 4 days a week helping people who are already very conscious be more successful in business. So that began this transition of really helping conscious people learn some of the techniques and tools and strategies. After coaching multimillionaires and very successful entrepreneurs, CEOs, in helping them grow their businesses and help make their platform a force for good by creating a more conscious culture, by having their business be more purpose-driven. I learned a lot about what it takes to grow a business. And so what we're doing now, in a certain sense, is really taking many of those things that we learned and translating them into tools and practices, strategies and tactics that conscious people that already are motivated to have a positive impact in the world. They're not profit driven, they're not for-profit businesses, they're for-purpose businesses. And yet, of course, in order to have a positive impact, in order to be sustainable, we have to have a certain amount of economic success. And for many of my friends in the conscious culture community and in the integral community, being able to scale their positive impact in a way that is economically sustainable has eluded them. And yet that's one of the things that comes fairly easy to the successful business people that we've been working with at Stagen. And so that's a big part of what we're doing here.